All right, shalom. I say, call Lord, Wahawala, which is all praise and glory to Hebrew, to Howell Bashem, Yamshai Bashem, Harkadash, the Boss, the Paz, Elsgrim, Miss Somba, Scott, the Elect, few sisters in his life, wonders, awakening, with the truth. My name is Kamavi from the GMS Cleveland, coming to you another lesson video. All right, it's basically going on to, this lesson going to be about, Babylon the Great, or America, is a third world country compared to these other nations. Okay, and this is just another. This signifies that Babylon the Great is going down. It's no longer first world country. It's no longer top tier. All right, it's no longer the best place to be and live. Okay, and the Heavenly Father is transitioning. You know what I'm saying? The status of this place, Babylon, the great whore, all right, onto a lower class society, man. Okay, and, it's going downhill. It's all going downhill from this point. All right, because of America, Babylon the Great used to be number one. Okay, but Babylon Great is being left in the dust compared to these other nations. Okay. Matter of fact, damn, it's like, yeah, I forgot to pull my scriptures up. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm getting them together right now. Okay. It's like I'm getting my 2 scriptures that I had together. It was another one. If it come back to me, I'm gonna try to think of it when I play the video. But yeah, this place is definitely it's definitely on the decline, man. Like I said, as we take a look around the things in the world, what's happening, and how these other countries basically they're reinvesting into their economies, their infrastructure, and you know what I'm saying. You can see it, man. It shows. All right, it shows based upon how they're building. All right, and when you look at America, all right, this place is not getting upgrades. All right, shit is not getting properly fixed. They just patching over things with a Band-Aid. They're not making no new things. Maybe some things they are, but for the most part, all right, this place is falling apart. It's fragile, and you know what I'm saying. That's why bridges falling. All right, buildings, falling. They they not passing the inspections. You know what I'm saying. It's just lacking. All right, they're not taking care of this place, Babylon the Great. All right, and it's mainly because they don't get a new order going. You know what I'm saying. They want to change these regular cities into smart cities. All right, more surveillance state, and you know what I'm saying. For the most part, and this is on China mainly too. This is a comparison of how the infrastructures in the cities of China. All right, they make America look like a third world country. You know what I'm saying? All right, because America's supposed to be the richest nation or the richest country in the world, but not compared to these other countries, man. They getting theirs together, man. All right, they getting theirs together, and yeah, man. They're outranking America right now. All right, they're the upper echelon now. But anyway, I'm gonna play the video and get this, try to find out my last scripture while I play this video. But here you go anyway.
Guys, I want to move into electric cars, right? Y'all only really be knowing about Tesla, and people make Tesla seem like it's such a great car, but Tesla looks like a tin can compared to the shit that I've seen in China.
fact this makes over 1,400 horsepower is pretty cool, and the fact that it's all under $90,000 is also pretty cool.
Y'all heard that right? $90,000. It costs less than.
But there's more cool things, like the fact that I can just leave my car, go inside the office, and it'll just park itself. Because I'm filming this in America, it doesn't have map data like it does in China. If this were in China, it could drive to a specific spot within a parking garage. It can avoid obstacles along the way, yield for people along the way, and even yield to oncoming cars along the way. Because this is one of the first 900-volt architectures, it can charge in 9 minutes. But because it's a hybrid, you just put gas into this engine, and it'll charge your battery while you're driving. To be specific, it'll take 90 minutes to charge your battery from 30% to 80% while going 75 miles an hour. And combined, it'll do over 700 miles. And because this...
Y'all heard that right? Name a Tesla that can do that. Also, name a Tesla that goes and get fully charged in 9 minutes. I don't want y'all to think I'm tripping. I thought I heard him say
90 minutes, but one the way. Because this is one of the first 900-volt architectures, it can charge in 9 minutes. But because it's a hybrid...
Now, I don't know if that means completely from dead to charged. I don't know. What's the starting point? He didn't mention that because that's the fine print that they don't be telling you about. Well, 9 minutes, even if you halfway charged all the way up. 9 minutes to get the rest of it is still crazy. I know a Tesla can't do that.
You just put gas into this engine and it'll charge your battery while you're driving. To be specific, it'll take 90 minutes to charge your battery from 30% to 80% while going 75 miles an hour. And combined, it'll do over 700 miles. And because the seats swivel, one parent could technically hang out in the back with the kids while the other parent...
If you've ever dreamed of owning an apartment complex and you live near one of these cities, then you've got to see the same ad that I saw 3 years ago. It was for a masterclass that came to my area. I now own 11 apartment complexes, 1,963 doors under management. And man, I went from being in almost 6 figures of credit card debt to now living a life full of freedom. So watch this.
Why don't you own apartment buildings? Seriously, why don't you own these big apartment buildings? And I get it. You might be thinking right now, well, Tyler, my word, it's because I don't have millions and millions and millions of dollars sitting in a bank account. That's why, right? But just for a second, I want to challenge you to...
drives. And if you have older family members in the second row, just push this button. Now it makes it easier for them to get in and out of the vehicle. And to shut the door.
We're a third world country, bro. It is what it is.
I also get multiple fragrances I can blow out of my vents. I get glass crystal right here and glass crystal on my speakers, which is the same system that they use in Bentley. It'll even project things onto the street, things like letting pedestrians know that you're giving them the right of way. So in case you didn't know, Zeekr is the luxury brand of Geely, and Geely owns Volvo, and because of that relationship, they learned a thing or two about safety.
Yeah, bro, we living in a third world country, bro. Let's show y'all something else that he didn't show you about this car.
Tiny is the most powerful SUV on the planet. This has 3 electric motors, 2 in the back, 1 in the front, and in total it makes 1,400 horsepower.
Y'all heard that right? 1,400 horsepower. That is crazy. I got a C8 Corvette that pushes out 490 as the base model, and I did 175 in that. And this has 1,000, almost 3 times the horsepower. Crazy.
3 kilowatt hour battery pack that can charge in 9 minutes at 400 kilowatts. But on longer trips, I can put gas in my engine. That doesn't power the car, it just generates electricity on the go to give me over 700 miles of range. I also get these gorgeous wheels, air suspension to keep me comfortable, and 2 NVIDIA chips to power the LiDAR for self-driving. To shut the door, I just push my foot on the brake. I also get a panoramic roof with this massive opening. I get speakers in my roof, tweeters in my headrest, bass speakers in my seats that are heated, ventilated, and massaging. I get
tweeters in the headrest, y'all.
Passenger screen, a main screen that works super fast, 2 wireless charging pads with fans cool with my phone, this glass crystal volume knob, I get cup holders, storage space in there, secret storage space in there, and secretive storage space in my door. And did I mention how quiet this was? The back is pretty much the same. Speakers, pillows, bass speakers, heated, ventilated, and massaging. I get a table in the back of my seat. I can push this to shut my door, and this is my favorite part. Now I can fully recline with a heated leg rest. I also get a footrest, a cooler that can keep all of my drinks cold, and I get a removable tablet.
A removable tablet, bro.
Everything inside the car, and I can deploy my rear TV. Now I can watch movies on my 3K OLED display, and did I mention swivel mode?
No. For the same price that I paid for my C8, I could have got this if I lived in China. Crazy. But let's switch gears.
Okay, so I'm an American in China right now, and I'm at the hospital because I need to get some medicine, and I'm gonna share the experience with you guys. This is where you grab a number. You just need to give them your passport. It doesn't matter if you're living in here, what kind of visa you are on. Anybody can go to a Chinese public hospital. Right now it's 2:17 p.m. and I'm gonna show you guys the cost of the whole process and then also the timing. 50. Okay, it's about $7 to see the doctor.
$7.
And then I just use my WeChat pay code over here, and I put this up and I scan, and then there we go. It's 55 to see the doctor. Okay, so this hospital actually has so many different departments. You've got gynecology. I think they spelled that wrong though. Surgical department, neurosurgery, anesthesia, oncology, rheumatology, and this is just one of thousands and thousands of hospitals that are here in the city that you can just show up to without an appointment and see a doctor for around $7.
Yo, people who vlog, bro, I have a appreciation for them because me pulling out my phone and doing what she's doing in front of a lot of people probably would never happen. I wouldn't do it, bro. I'd be just like, damn, why y'all showed up? I wanted to make content. Now y'all around, y'all blowing my vibe.
Okay, the time is 2:26, and I go up to this machine and I scan. How do I scan it? And I scan my code.
You try.
There we go. And then it puts me up onto the machine. It's been 1 minute and I'm already up there, ready to go in. Okay, it is 2:31 and I've already seen the doctor and gotten my prescription. Let's go down to the pharmacy, which is inside of this same hospital.
Do y'all not see that
how
America
long it
sucks?
takes for the medicine to come out.
If you've been to the hospital, this is proof
so
enough that
the
it sucks.
first step is I need to go pay for it.
Speaking figuratively, y'all, I love America. I be scared, y'all. I'm a conspiracy theorist. I think they listen and everything, and I can be placed on a watch list because of shit like
Total of the prescription was 37 kwai, which I'm pretty sure is like 37 kwai, which I'm pretty sure is like $5 for the whole prescription, plus the $7 to see the doctor. I'll do the math later.
Why we just can't copy the Chinese, bro? Why? Literally, that's the blueprint. Just copy them. Forget all the other stuff that comes with it, but copy them, and we could be just like this.
I think it's $12. Okay, now that I've paid the $5, I'm taking my code, and then now I'm officially lined up. And I think that in a second, my name might pop up here at one of these. Okay, it's been less than a minute, and my name is already up there, and I can give them my prescriptions. Here we go, up there. You can see the time, 2:36. Yeah, there we go. And then I've got the medicine, and I'm ready to walk out of here. So from 2:17 until 2:36, 19 minutes, and I did everything that I needed to do, and the cost was $12 here at a Chinese public hospital. How much would it cost where you are? And oh, by the way, I did all of this without insurance.
This country is a scam. I saw a video, and I can't find it right now, of a white lady in China somewhere. I forget. I don't know if she was in Beijing. I don't know if she was in Shanghai, or I don't know. But all I do know is she was at the hospital for less than an hour and a half, had blood work done, had received an MRI, all kind of shit, and was out that month. And it was cheap. Try to get an MRI today in America. Anyway, I don't give a damn if you're in San Francisco or if you're in the rural South. Try to get an MRI. It's not happening in under an hour and a half. It's probably not going to happen that same day, oftentimes. I'm just keeping it real with y'all.
How does China pay for their universal healthcare system? I'm a doctor in the US, frustrated with our system, exploring universal healthcare around the world and sharing what I learned. So this is about China and most about finances. I'll talk about other things in other videos. So there are 3 basic levels of insurance. I'm going to call it the first one the worker insurance. The second is like the unemployed or government insurance. And the third is the catastrophic plan. Everybody gets enrolled in the catastrophic plan. But then the people who are actively working are going to be in that top level employee plan. That is the better plan to be in. You as a worker would typically pay about 2% of your tax towards the healthcare system. There are caps on how much you'd have to spend. It doesn't just keep going up and up and up. Then the second is where like unemployed people would have it, or the rural populations. I mean, not that many farmers, those kind of things. They have a flat premium they have to pay, but it's mostly subsidized by taxes. And the poorer you are, the more subsidies you get towards your premium. That plan does not cover as many things as the worker plan does. Then there is a catastrophic plan that covers the big expenses, but it's not a complete catastrophic plan. So it typically will reimburse or cover you up until like 6 times the average worker salary of an area. So you can still very much go bankrupt if you had something majorly catastrophic. In fact, there were about 21% of homes in China had over 10% of their income was actually spent on healthcare because of out of control costs. So even though the cost of things are much cheaper individually in China, there are still some diseases that could lead to significant out of pocket costs. So
well, shit, just don't get the disease. I'm saying that shit like it's easy. People don't sign up to get diseases, not the ones that come out the blue like cancer and shit. Nah.
Is this really universal healthcare if you could still potentially be bankrupt? And Chinese doesn't really have a bankruptcy system like we have here. As a country, they spend about 7.2% of GDP on healthcare. We spend about 18% right now. We're projected to go up to about 30% by 2040. And so while they have much better coverage than the average American, they have the cost to just get the healthcare is a lot lower because they're much more efficient. It is not a zero cost system. They do have to pay as they go. There's deductibles and co-pays, and there is a significant amount out of pocket. It's just such a smaller amount compared to what we pay here in the United States.
She just tried to make it sound like they're not a million times better than us, though. Like, she's trying to be political because everything I just heard shows that they're a million times better than us. And then we're going to go over some of these comments, man. All right, so here we go. Also, China forces corporations to pay their fair share in taxes as opposed to the U.S. Yeah, the politicians in the U.S. like to give the companies, the rich corporations, trillions of dollars in tax cuts. That's what we do over here. What did she say? Actually, no, you missed a massive concept. There is healthcare coverage. Firstly, the cost is significantly lower in general than the health insurance covers 80-90% of the cost when you go to the doctor. There are no deductibles. How do I know? I live and work in China and have a Chinese worker healthcare. Now, hold on. I know I saw something else. Okay, so this comment over here, y'all can't see it. I don't want to move my screen. My editor's gonna hurt me. As an American in China, I didn't have insurance. It cost $2 to see the doctor and $5 for the Ventolin inhaler and $4 for augmentin for a respiratory issue. Yeah, man, this is crazy, dog. This is crazy.
That boy said he went to China, got an MRI, X-ray, and blood work for $80. $80 for an MRI, blood work, and X-ray. You know how much that shit would have cost in the United States?
Let's find out. I have a computer with internet access. On average, in America, how much would it cost for me to get an MRI done, an X-ray done, and blood work done all in the same day, how much would it cost? And roughly, how long would it take for me to get all of that stuff done in a perfect case scenario? Let's see what they say. In a best case, cash pay scenario at lower cost outpatient centers, you're roughly looking at around 2 to 3 hours total on site and about $1.5 to $3,000 out of pocket for all three together. Oh my God. MRI, national average is about 1.3 to 2K, but low cash MRI centers can be in the 400 to 800 range for a basic scan. Typical broad range is 400 to 12K. God damn it. X-ray, national average is around $125 to $300 with common ranges between $50 and $500 depending on body part and facility. Blood work, common panel, CBC, CMP, lipids, etc. are often $25 to $125 per panel. Bro, we're getting screwed. They bending us over, dog. We can't even touch any other country. We've been on China this whole time. This is the whole kicker too. Cost of living. Let's watch this one. This is what $800 gets you in China. Come on.
这把直接和有花钱交朋友，欢迎高人当当。
This is our $1,200 a month penthouse here in China. This place has crazy features before entering the unit, such as a key fob entrance, face scan to enter your building, and we even have a private elevator that takes us right up to our front door.
How do I move to China, bro?
To enter our unit, all you have to do is place your thumb on the door handle and it reads your fingerprint, and then voila. Our penthouse consists of 4 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. We're only 2 people, so of course we're going to be turning the other bedrooms into an office, a content room, and maybe a movie theater, depending on how we feel. The living room is very spacious, and to be honest, this is what sold us when searching for the perfect penthouse.
Man, bro,
look at all of this.
we are getting ripped off.
The next thing that sold us was the kitchen. If you don't know, your boy MJ is a chef, so I like to throw down in the kitchen. So once I saw how much room the kitchen had, my mind was already made up. And yes, it came furnished 100%.
Jesus
we didn't have
Christ!
to purchase any of the furniture items that you see. All we had to do was pay and move in the same day. This penthouse also came with heated floors, washer and dryer, a refrigerator, and it even comes with a digital tablet that controls the elevator to let some of your guests up and down. And you can even see what's going on around the property, thanks to the security cameras. It doesn't get any better than this for $1,200 a month. What can $1,200 get you a month in your country?
I would pay $4,000 a month in America for this.
Watch this.
And they would never charge $4,000 a month in America for this, but I would pay it if I had the option. Brand new washer.
Comment down below penthouse to see the full YouTube video.
Jesus Christ, man. All right. How much it costs to eat in China? I hear Beijing is an expensive city. That's like a New York.
Pick my lunch with me at a Chinese food court. So they have lots of places around like this where you choose multiple options and then you pair it with like rice or something. And the pricing is roughly like 16 won, which is like $3 for one dish, like one meal, which is actually so cheap. I think I'm gonna get something from here.
And that shit look fresh.
They have cool options and it's cheap. That's what the meals look like.
All that for $3.50?
English paper? English? Selected package. 2 meat dishes and 2 vegetables. Okay, 2 meat. Can I get 1?
All right, don't be reaching over the food now. Look at this, bro.
And vegetable.
Yeah, they pissed me off.
Acorns lets me focus on today's goals, while they handle tomorrow's. Being the financial wellness app built for everyone, Acorns makes it easy to invest like an expert, even if you aren't one. Start investing with just your spare change using roundups. And set recurring investments with as little as $5 a day, week, or month. And let Acorns give your money a real chance to grow. Start investing for your future in just 5 minutes when you download the Acorns app.
Short on cash? Get Dave. It's a banking app that gets you access to extra cash, up to $500. And you can sign up in 5 minutes or less. Seriously, get the Dave app, link your bank, and open an extra cash account to see if you're eligible. Then transfer the money instantly to Dave checking. Who doesn't want instant money? Plus, there's no credit check, interest, or late fees. I used to stress when the check came. Then I got Dave. It gives me so much peace of mind, and I know it can help you too. Download the Dave app today.
So I just finished my lunch at the mall, and I noticed that there are a lot of TikTok refugees on Redbook that are really curious about the living cost in China. So there's this supermarket at the mall. I thought I'd just show you guys the price here. These are strawberry, 16.8 RMB for 500 grams. Blueberries, 9.9 for $1. Since this is a supermarket, so the price here is a little bit higher than ordinary market. And I googled it up. For now, $1 equals to 7.3 RMB. These are bananas, almost 5 yuan. For this one, it's 8.78.
And he's probably not grown with chemicals and pesticides and all that kind of stuff.
Apples, 3.99 RMB.
Bro, we getting ripped. Oh,
Oranges, 3.58 RMB every 500 grams. These are selected and packed ones, so the price may be a little higher. Cucumbers, these are 2.58 and these are 3.28. Cabbage, 1.58. Celery, almost 2 yuan. There are just too many of them. I guess I can't cover them all in one single
And you're only paying this amount of money because you in a fancy ass Whole Foods like restaurant. If you go and buy it off the side of the road like a watermelon, it's gonna be way cheaper. Dog, this video is over 30 minutes long, bro, and we ain't even touched the surface of how much better other places are living than us, dog. We haven't talked about South Korea. We ain't talked about some of the UAE countries. We ain't talked about Japan, Singapore. We ain't discussed none of that. We on China, and we've only probably covered 10% of the things that they are doing better than us. Crazy. If you want a part 2, let me know in the comment section. I'm gonna get at y'all on the next one. Don't forget to hit the hypes for your boy if you got a couple of them things to spare.
Yeah, so like it just finishing up the video because I got a phone call and it kind of stopped it. But as I was saying, as you saw, those clips, all right, those video clips that I played, China is outranking Babylon the Great or America. Okay, they're no longer the superior of all nations. Just position status wise, because all these other nations got nuclear missiles and all these other nations got these technologies and infrastructure built up, and they outdoing Babylon the Great. So these nations not gonna look towards you, okay, as the best. Okay, you got competition now. All right, and these other nations, they doing their thing on you, but So Ecclesiastes 10:3 says, "An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited." Right, because these other nations, all right, they move with prudence. Okay, they move with prudence, and they make sure they people are taken care of. All right, you saw the Moabites, right? They reinvested back into the people, man. All right, the cities. All right, to the general public. All right, they believe in take care of their people, even though they dictatorship and they got that whole fucking new order, because they in on the trying to get a new order too. They all in on it. All right. But the point being is that they didn't put their people to a side. They didn't push their people to a side where they you know what I'm saying, where they didn't take care of them. All right, over here in Babylon, all right, or America, Trump talking all shit, putting America first, but where is the where is the evidence for that? Why ain't you showing it? Like, because you got more homelessness than ever. Okay, you got a lot of people ain't got no jobs. They getting evicted. You feeding the American people shit food. Okay, you got people eating GMOs. All right. You got the infrastructure, the streets looking all crappy with potholes. Like I said, bridges and buildings falling apart. Got all types of asbestos and lead in the buildings, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying? The equipment on the jobs and stuff like that. Train, like just that whole everything, man. All right, them Moabites out there in China, man. They got bullet trains. Okay, their buildings, inside the buildings are squeaky clean. All right, as you can see, everything's over there cheap too. You know what I'm saying? They had a nice price and all every damn thing. It's affordable to live. Over here, it's unaffordable. It's unaffordable to live. You know what I'm saying? the prices are here, and it ain't even the best quality of things over here, man. All right, it's actually vice versa as far as what China got. China, they have, you saw them cars, man, them cars is off the chain. Okay, them cars can do all that stuff, and it's sold at a reasonable price. Over here in Babylon, everything is fucking super high, man. And you get taxed for every goddamn thing. Okay. While over there, man, they got, you can get that nice ass apartment with all that damn space for something that you would pay quite truthful amount over here in the Americas. So yeah, man, this place is it's just a wrap for it, man. Okay, it's a wrap for it, man. All right, you can stick the nails in the coffin because this place is dead. I mean, that was the main point on that. It's like my voice is going out. This last scripture, Psalms 10:5, it says, his ways is always grievous, for thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he buffeted at them. Right, so the so-called white men, the Edomites, so-called white people, their ways are always grievous. Okay, and scriptures talk about kind of lever change the spot. All right, because, man, he's doing wickedness, man. He did not go to sleep unless he caused something to fall. So we dealing with a wicked seed, man, an evil seed of people. All right, they'll always give you shit and a stick. Okay, this man is not about giving you a more easier way or a better way to live. All right, it's actually for your detriment. All right. Like I said, his ways is always grievous, like judgments are far above out of sight. For all his enemies, he puffed at him. Yeah, here it is, DJ Jump, which is a representation for all Edomites right now because he's the king of Babylon. He is showing towards his racism, and he's talking shit to these other nations like, he got them by the throat, especially with Iran right now. Niggas lying about the war. So this place is fucked, man. It's fucked. And it's looking down and out. All right. As you can see, all the prophecies are happening. Like I said, these other nations, they're light speed or they're light years ahead of place Babylon. All right, they got this place. They got this place looking they got looking like a third world country, man. All right. Which basically it is, but yeah, man. All right, this place is it ain't got no more shine in it no more. So all's left is for its destruction, and that's what's about to come. But yeah, man. This place is done. That's a point of lesson, and you know what I'm saying. It's what the scriptures say. There's no throne, basically. But with that, I hope I was able to give all praise and all glory to Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushai, the master of the apostle, elders of great millstone, blessed God, elect, few sisters, and Israelite foreigners, shalom.